What's up, guys? So in today's video, I want to give you two ways in which you can get more out of your core training. Now, most of us know how to train the six-pack abs, the rectus abdominis muscles, generally because it's quite common, number one, and it's also quite easy to feel when we're working those muscles. And that is when we're doing flexion like this, and that will be things like crunches, sit-ups, leg raises, hanging knee raises, and the like. But the muscles that are not quite so easy to feel or to train are the deeper core muscles like your obliques and your transverse abdominis muscles that are the deeper core muscles. So those are the two areas that I want you to focus on today, and I'm going to help you with. So there are two strategies, and actually before I move on to that, it is very important that we get these muscles firing, working and strong, because they help to not only stabilize the spine, they also help to support you through rotation, breathing, walking, other activities, day-to-day life, like picking up your kids, or it might be putting on your seatbelt, or it might be sporting events and so on and so forth. And also it can lead to issues down the line. If we don't have this strong midsection, that can impact things down the chain, like your knees or your shoulders. And I don't mean to be like fear-mongering around it, but it is important that these muscles are functioning as they should, because they are big muscles. They have a very important role, like all muscles do, but they attach to your pelvis and to your ribs. And in order to get a nice neutral position and a good starting point, which will allow your joints to work as they were designed to and should be, we need to get these muscles to pull you into that neutral position, nice alignment, to help improve posture. That, like I said, will help with all activities like movement, breathing, so on and so forth. So it's really important that we do access these deeper core muscles and get them nice and strong. So two ways we're going to do that. Number one, we're going to do that through a strong exhalation, because when you exhale, that's when you're going to contract and feel those deeper core muscles. And number two, we're going to be looking at adding in some rotational exercises to our training. And we can do these things independently or together. So I'm going to start off independently. Let's just start with an isometric hold. So we're going to start with a straight arm plank. And I want you to think about the way that you're doing this as well as your exhale. So I get into a straight arm plank position, and I want you to tuck your pelvis under, and I want you to think about pushing your ribs back. So driving your center of mass back and up towards the ceiling. What I want you to try and avoid doing though is crunching down and losing height in your skeleton. I want you to try and stay nice and long in the spine, in the neck, push back. And as you do that, you're going to exhale out through your mouth. And as you drive back like that and you exhale, you're going to really start to feel these deeper core muscles start to kick in. And you can carry that over to other exercises and isometrics like forearm plank. You could do that in side plank. You can even do it when you're doing things like farmer carries, suitcase carries, front rack carries. So you can carry it over to all and pretty much every core exercise. Now, we also want to look at adding in some rotation, and we can also add in the breathing and layer that into the rotational exercises as well. So a very simple one for you to do and just build awareness is a side plank. So side plank, and I want you to get into this position. You're then going to reach through and under to get that rotation, because when we rotate, we start to work those oblique muscles. They help with this movement. So we're now going to start getting them working. If we couple that now with breathing, that's going to make it even more effective. So I want you to breathe in as you come down, trying to get as much rotation through the body as we can. And then you're going to exhale as you come up, driving your hips up towards the ceiling. Reach through. Big, strong exhale. Now, that can carry over to other rotational exercises as well. So things like cable wood chops, banded rotations, things like that, Russian twists. And if you're not aware or this is new to you, start slow and really work on that breathing with the rotation, and that will help to gain greater awareness around those muscles. But over time, as you start to do things that might be more athletic, like athletic events or endeavors, or something that's faster, less predictable, maybe it's in a competitive environment or something like that. When you're doing faster rotations, that's when you don't really have time to think about your breathing. But if you've done the foundational work of building strength there, having greater awareness here, then you'll be fine when you go to do your faster, more dynamic, challenging rotations.